I just did a draft and posted most of the videos, but at some point I paused the video in the middle of the second round and never started it back up. Unfortunately, I've lost the second game, which I lost. I don't remember much of it. I think it was pretty quick. But so now we're in game 3 of the second round. And I thought it was a pretty interesting game, so I wanted to try and record the replay, maybe talk through it a little bit. I'd be interested to hear if any of you have an opinion on how other things I should have done. So I'm going to choose to go first. I'm going to go for the play here. And let's see what happens. One of the things that I find I could do better at is learning when to mulligan. I saw 4 forests. All I need is a mountain, and this hand becomes playable. I didn't see why not. I like both the Vampire and the Mad Prophet, and if I need to, I can use Mad Prophet to get rid of my forests. So this looked pretty good to me. My opponent also kept his hand. And lucky for me, he had a pretty slow start too. He's going to end up playing like 3 swamps before doing anything, or 4 swamps. So we both just stare at each other build our land. I got a lucky mountain there. So now I have the choice of either playing the right ringleader, the Vampire, or the Mad Prophet. I figure he's probably got some removal waiting in that hand of his. Mad Prophet could right away be used to get rid of one of my forests, so I might as well throw that guy down. Might be a point of contention there. Could have attacked with him too, but I figure he's better off finding me new cards. So that Undead Executioner, I don't know how much he knew. He doesn't know my hand here, but that was a really good card to play against me. The next creature I play is probably going to be a 2/2 as well, which just means I can't attack. So, and that Guides of Fire is worthless against it. I did use the Mad Prophet, get rid of forest, found myself a second mountain, which isn't all that great. It means I could play 2 of these cards. Once again, I drew another 2/2, so I'm not going to play the Vampire because he's just going to die. I'd rather him not die. So I throw out a Riot Ringleader, see how far that can go. I have no attack here because if I attack, I lose both my creatures, which is no good. So sit, fast turn. He brings out a Demonic Taskmaster, which is kind of tough to deal with. He's automatically going to kill this guy, which means I'm going to kill one of my guys. But, so there's no block there for me. Again, I lose both my guys if I block, so that's no good. Get rid of another forest. I find a Joint Assault. Not bad, but I don't have any soul bonds right now, so oh well. I still want my Vampire to be safe. So I figure here, attacking for 6, it's pretty good. If he decides to block, then I'm happy about that. But of course he doesn't, which is probably the right play for him. Throw out another Riot Ringleader. Maybe I can attack for 10 next turn. But that doesn't work out for me. I decide there to go ahead and save my Riot Ringleader with the Joint Assault. Again, I don't know if that was the best of things. He's probably got more removal in hand, but why not? Let's see if I can get around his Demonic Taskmaster. Again, this would have been a swing for 4/8/12 had it worked out for me, or if it does work out for me, not to spoil anything. But sure enough, he does decide to use a Death Wind there. So in the end, that Joint Assault ended up being like a 2-for-1 kinda. Maybe a 1.5 for 1. I don't know. At this point here, I feel like I made a bad move. I decide that I can throw out my Vampire here safely, and if I kill the Devil, which is going to be dead anyway at the beginning of his upkeep, then he gets bigger. But that doesn't do much for me other than free up room to attack, which I guess is good. Swing in for 6. So maybe it wasn't the worst thing in the world. Brings him to 8. And hopefully I can attack next turn. That would be lethal if he attacks and doesn't play anything else. He does attack and brings out an Heirs of Stromkirk. So at this point, I have to figure out whether or not I want to attack. And with 2 swamps up, he could have a Deathwind in hand for 1 that would trade with the Heirs of Stromkirk. I guess I would do 6 damage to him, which would be pretty good. Especially with the Scalding Devils. I could get him down to 1. I mean, maybe that would have been the best choice. I really wanted to keep my Vampire, though. So I decided just to swing in with the Right Ring and the Mad Prophet. He trades, which is fine. I get 2 counters on my Vampire. I figure my Vampire's pretty set now. And now I see I could have gotten that 3 plus, or it would have been, yeah, I don't know. Probably I might have been able to kill him right there. That's kind of a bummer. I guess I gotta attack more. He attacks. I still feel pretty good though. I mean, it's gonna take him 2 turns. He could play a creature or something, but and that Butcher Ghoul isn't my favorite because it has Undying, so I have to get rid of it twice. Then he plays this card. Which I thought to be pretty unplayable, but man, did it do work for him. It was a hit for 4 to me, and he gained 4 life. And that obviously changed the game around entirely. I now have to win next turn, or else his Demonic Taskmaster beats me. I do have a Thunderbolt in here, but he's got a blocker, and I need to do 8 damage to him. So I get a Guides of Fire, which could have been good, but his dude is Undying, so that does nothing. Get rid of it, and I end up with a Forest. So I now can attack, but I only get 1 damage in, and then I can hit him for another 2 damage, but that's the end of that, really. So I don't know, I guess I'll have to go back once this is done recording here. I guess if I had attacked with the Vampire, then it would have been a game with the Devils. The Devil. But, well, I thought it was a pretty good game overall. Of course, this guy went to the finals. He ended up losing. But, yeah, so, what can you do? Hindsight's 20/20, right? So yeah, that was that game, and now I learned I gotta be a little more aggressive here. Oh well, see you guys for round 3.